Just here, and today we are playing The Conjuring. This is the one about the Hanging Man. I played other ones before, but I don't think I've played this one specifically. So we're going to be playing this one today.
The Conjuring.
The Hanging Man is a nursery story, if you didn't know. It is about
It's once
or not the
again
Hanging Man, the
my
Crooked Man.
favorite time of year.
Sorry, I meant to say the
And
Crooked
I
Man.
know
The Crooked Man
missed
is a nursery rhyme about a crooked man that walked a crooked mile. And there's Annabelle. Don't know why she's here for some reason. Um, but she is. She is here and she is doing her thing. There's nothing down there. I don't know what I'm supposed to be waiting for. I mean, Annabelle's just in there for some reason. Uh, oh, there we go. Anyway, the Crooked Man is a nursery rhyme about a crooked man that walked a crooked mile. The nursery rhyme goes, there once was a crooked man who walked a crooked mile. Upon a crooked, found a crooked sixpence upon a crooked stile. He caught a crooked mouse. He got a crooked cat. Caught a crooked mouse. Uh, and they all lived together in a little crooked house, or so the nursery rhyme for The Conjuring has it. There's different like versions for different like places. Uh, it depends on where you go in the world, I guess. I believe there's also an extended version. Uh, in the Conjuring series, the Crooked Man was a giant monster with no eyes. He was tall and he was lanky. He was kind of like Slenderman, but with facial features. And he was red, and his suit was red. Uh, oh. Um, Mama, I, I've seen Mama before, or the movie Mama. It's a movie about a set of like little girls who basically lose their father because their father is trying to kill them for some reason. It's not fully explored why, but their dad's trying to kill them, and their dad ends up being killed by a spirit called Mama. And Mama, the reason she killed him was because he was trying to kill the two girls, and she didn't really have anything else to do, I guess. I mean, she was already dead and a demon. Uh, Mama was a demon that basically was a living person who had lost their child due to falling off a cliff. The child itself didn't fall off the cliff. Mama did. Like, Mama essentially ran off a cliff, jumped with the child, and basically they both hit a branch, and Mama lost the child on the branch and plummeted to the water below. And that is one of her eyes. Okay. But yeah, that's what happened with Mama. There's a bunch of like horror stories that you can look up actually, and like they're all like fascinating. I believe Annabelle is a haunted doll, and the nun is a demon called Valak. Uh, Valak is kind of the main antagonist of the series. Like, it controls Annabelle, it controls the Crooked Man. It basically causes a lot of problems in the Conjuring story. And if you kind of look it up, you can see that A, Valak is kind of the reason for everything going on in the Conjuring story. I believe uh, Valak goes all the way back to its own movie, which is called The Nun, which is a movie about, well, a priest going into a monastery where all its nuns basically either killed themselves or died under mysterious circumstances. And basically, the priest goes there with his own, like, priestess, I guess, or his own, like, nun in training. And basically tries to figure out why all of them, like, either committed suicide or died under mysterious circumstances, only to be stopped by the head nun. Which, keep in mind, the head nun is Valak. There is no real head nun. It's just Valak. And I guess you would say the nun in training figures this out a little too late. Because by the time they figure it out, they're already neck deep in shit. So, if you don't know what I mean, Valak basically is tormenting them and causing all types of issues. And if you don't know where Valak came from, Valak came from a nunnery or a monastery in Tibet or wherever it was. And basically, what happened at this uh, place is it was a giant castle when it was originally built, and it was originally built for a Satanist who was worshiping Valak and trying to summon Valak to this world. Well, the dude succeeded, kind of. Valak was summoned, but not fully. Essentially, what happened was the missionaries stopped the, that stopped the Satanists from summoning Valak basically sealed Valak into the entire castle using the blood of Christ. That, that's essentially what they did. And we got armor. Yay. But Valak, when they did that, he kind of was a little too powerful to just be fully stopped by the so-called blood of Christ. So they had to essentially keep sending nuns there to keep him in check by praying. But all the nuns had to pray, and if they messed up, or even one messed up, then Valak would basically be set free. Which I don't really get why they would send like inexperienced nuns there to learn. It makes no sense. Just send experienced nuns. Like, oh, this mission is only allowing experienced nuns because this is a sanctuary, I guess. Like, basically, they should have only allowed like experienced nuns to go to the monastery, because that would have been. And that's hurting my eyes. Uh, there we go. This seems to like kind of stop the blinking. At least not like in a literal sense, but at least it keeps it from affecting the viewer, the view of my like POV. So anyway, uh, Valak wasn't stopped by the nuns, so it ended up taking every single nun and killing them one by one, trying to get out. And by the time the protagonist got there, all the nuns were dead. Every single one. The last one hung herself, trying to stop Valak from getting to her. By the time they figured this out, Valak's already gotten to the nun in training that's already there, or part of the protagonist's team, or is at least trying to possess her. They kind of unpossess the girl, but I hate whispering, by the way. Uh, the Valak, he ends up possessing another guy who is the groundskeeper, and the groundskeeper now has a upside down cross embedded into his neck, because I guess that's like Valak's calling sign or something. I mean, Valak is called the Defiler. Like, basically, the reason he's called that is because he tends to defile certain symbols. For instance, his actual like form isn't a nun. If you look in like the grimoire or Solomon's grimoire, you will see his actual form is of a child with a goatee and a two-headed serpent. That that is quite literally his uh, way of looking, or his original body. But he chose to take the form of a nun to basically mock and defile the symbol of what it represents. Also, it is very cold here. There is an ice storm, like in the Midwest right now. And it is cold. Luckily, I'm under 2 blankets that's keeping me warm. Is he here? No. I prepared for this. Die. Eh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be. I'm not sure if it's entirely possible to kill the Crooked Man. I'm using my shield to heal. Finally. Uh. Anyway, the Crooked Man, or where was I? Valak. Valak ends up possessing a groundskeeper who is a French Canadian man. Uh, I believe later the French Canadian man ends up getting an exorcism and dying. Because why the hell not? And basically, Valak is unleashed onto the world. I believe Valak is also responsible for the man who can't breathe, which is another like Conjuring thing, or not a Conjuring thing. It's a different thing altogether. It's a different series. The shield, this, more gold and a shield. Basically, Valak is a demon that's done a lot of shit in the series, and it's kind of weird. Here's all the monsters. The Crooked Man, Valak, Annabelle, the Crooked Man. That's pretty much it. This is pretty much the end of the map. I'm just exploring right now, so we got through this map pretty quickly, to be honest. If you guys enjoyed this map, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!